Today we are making vintage style Tart tin ornaments for Christmas. I'm Bargain Bluebird and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. Today's video is part of my Celebrate the Holidays 2021 open collaboration co-hosted by Mom Doss from Creative DIY with Mom Doss. We are doing decor, DIY, and recipe videos, and I am just so grateful to have so many wonderful YouTube creators who have volunteered to participate in this collaboration today. So definitely check out the playlist listed below. All right, let's get into this video. I purchased these really cute fancy Tart molds to get 36 of these, and I got them off of Amazon. I will have them linked in my storefront below. I do have an Amazon storefront. And so you can see the variety of styles that they have here, and I thought these were really fun. And we're going to do them in two different styles today. We're going to do a shabby chic and then an antique look. So for the first look, I'm using the Rust-Oleum chalked paint in linen white, and you can pick this up at Walmart. I'll also have that linked below, but you pretty easily you can find this in the stores and pick this up. So I went ahead and I spray painted my Tart tins with this paint. And here is how they look when they're done. I did do 2 coats of spray paint. I picked up these pretty shabby chic style transfers from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to be using these on the tins today. Alright, so you're going to grab your Tart tin and you're going to grab your transfer piece, and in this case I am using the envelope today. And you're going to want to take that, place it where you want it. Now you want to be careful because you don't want to touch the backs of these because you'll rip the design off. So you might even want to use tweezers if you don't want to use your hands. You're going to just place it right where you want it. And we're going to take a popsicle stick and you're going to begin transferring. And now I just want to talk to you a little bit about this. I'm not speeding up the film just yet because I want to make sure that you want to really make sure that you are covering every part of this and going over it a few times to make sure that your piece is going to stick to the bottom, and then when you go to peel it off, it's going to not peel part of the design off with it. Okay, and peel it back, and awesome, that worked really well. Okay, so on this tin, I'm going to go ahead and use this little bird here, and this particular tin has some ridges on the bottom of it, so this is going to be a little bit more challenging to get in those ridges there and make sure we're getting everything. Again, you want to make sure with your stick that you're really getting that adhered to the bottom. And as it comes off, you can see as you're rubbing it that it changes color, and so you can see that it's adhering to the bottom of it as that color changes on the transfer. Okay, pretty good there on that one. We're going to seal the transfer with matte Mod Podge. And then after we do that, when it's still wet, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle glitter onto these. You see I've done a couple others here. This next one I decided to cut some of the crushed velvet ribbon, and I am going to use tacky glue to glue this down because the hot glue does not work. We're going to go ahead and lay that in there. Make sure that it is secure. And then I have my buttons, and if you saw some of my earlier videos, I used these buttons. Now I need to take the back off of it, and so what happened was when I took the back off of it, it's attached to that pearl on top. So what I ended up having to do was I ended up having to hot glue the pearl back on. You see it's kind of loose there. Came up loose a little bit, and there is glue down there, so I glued it on the pearl on there, and then I glued the back of it to the Tart tin, the whole thing, so that it's going to set in place. And then I took my hot glue gun and I just added a little piece of raffia ribbon here. would be a nice touch. And these, I don't know, I'm giving these like a shabby chic style. All right, so we're adding ribbon on to the back and we're going to glue it with tacky glue. We're doing this for, this is going to be the ornament holder. So really here, what I think is it should have gone down lower than that because my ornaments were kind of tilting a little bit on when you see that at the end, you'll see some of that. So you want to make sure you put it down low enough and you want to make the loop wide enough that you can actually hang it on a tree. So the hot glue again did not work, and so we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the tacky glue. And then I took some beads that I had on hand and some rows here, and I'm just covering up where those ribbons come together, making a little fancy design there on the back. And also same thing, put more tacky glue down and used the tacky glue. That seemed to work best with these spray painted ornaments. I don't know if it's because it's tin or because they're spray painted or what, but the hot glue was not working with these. So anyways, this is just a little bit of a design on the back that I made. All right, so you're gonna wanna let these set and dry a good while, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I did after. All right, I took my cardstock that I got from Hobby Lobby in that big ream that I showed you, and I cut out some of the pieces on one of the pages, and I just went ahead and Mod Podged those on there. This one I put some roses in. All right, I took one of these little plastic trees from the dollar store, and one of the things that they remind me of is they kind of remind me of those German feather trees. And so I'm going to go ahead and use this for those vintage ornaments that I made. So I picked up this cute little tree skirt at Walmart. They have the cutest things this year. My store is just starting to get stuff in. They're still not full. They've got a couple aisles, but they did have this cute little tree skirt, and it does have kind of a vintage look to it. So I'm going to wrap that around it. Shabby Chic / vintage tree and ornaments for Christmas time. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, for this next DIY, we're going to take the Tart tins and we're going to age them. So we want to make them look kind of antique and we want to make them look a little rusty. So we're going to take some vinegar and we're going to pour it on some paper towels, and you can see that I'm putting them in the bottom of this plastic bag. You definitely want to have something like a plastic bag or something to put down to protect what's underneath. For instance, in my case, it's this glass dish. You might even want to just use one of those aluminum dishes from the Dollar Tree that you can just throw away when you're done. But I'm placing the Tart tins on top of the paper towels that have vinegar on them. And we're going to leave these in here for quite a while, and that's going to give it that aged look. So the next thing that you want to do after you get your Tart tins in there is you're going to go ahead and you're going to grab some more paper towels and more vinegar, and you're going to put that on top. So you're going to be aging it underneath and on top. I've been excited to try this for a while, and I will link the Tart tins below in my Amazon shop, and I'll have a link for you. But you can find this on Pinterest. There's several different posts that I found showing how to do this with vinegar. So I can't really credit one person for it. just type it in. You'll find some posts. And here's how they look when they're done. Now, I let mine set, I let it set for several hours. So I put it in early afternoon, and I think I took it out in the late evening before bed. Next, I took a clear coat spray that I had because it's going to be rusty. You're going to definitely want to seal it. So I did take this clear coat, and I did go ahead and take it outside where it was well ventilated and spray it. And then there's how they look when they're done. And then now I'm taking the papers. Actually, these are from my Hobby Lobby ream of papers that I had on hand. And I'm just making a little backdrop here. And then I cut it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge that in there. And so the one thing that I want to say is that even after I used the clear sealer, I still was getting some of the rust coming off on my hands. And so I went ahead and Mod Podged it. And so also be careful with your Mod Podge to pull put some of your Mod Podge like in a cup or something. Don't dip your brush into your Mod Podge, or you might actually contaminate your Mod Podge bottle and with the rust. So I actually found the Mod Podge worked really well in sealing it, better than the spray did. So this time with these, I did not take the back off of it. I kind of left it on there just to kind of give it like a little bit of a three-dimensional look. Also, what's happening is when I take the backs off of these, the middle pieces are coming out and then I have to glue them back in again. So I think I'm just, either I'm getting lazy or I'm making it a different design. I don't know. All right, I'm just finishing up these designs now. And one thing I want to point out is that you could take a nail and a hammer and hammer a hole in the top and then string some wire through it and maybe some beads or something or a bow to make an actual hanging ornament out of it. Or you can do like I did on the ones I showed you just a few minutes ago and just glue a ribbon on the back of it. I'm doing something different with this one today, so I'm not putting any holes in it or putting any ribbons on the back, and you'll see in just a few minutes. All right, that's how these are looking so far. So I have this tobacco basket that I hung on the wall, and I put my new wreath from Hobby Lobby up, Christmas wreath. And this is from the Christmas section, and it was pretty inexpensive. And so I went ahead and I hung this up here, and then I had this idea to put these on a ribbon. So I've hot glued these on my crushed velvet ribbon. I thought that would look nice and kind of old-fashioned looking. And then I went ahead and attached it to the tobacco basket, so it's kind of draping over the wreath there. So let me know what you think of this in the comments below. And I would really like to invite you to make sure that you watch the playlist with all the other wonderful YouTube creators who are participating in this collaboration today. I also want to thank Mom Doss from Creative DIY with Mom Doss for co-hosting with me and all of your wonderful help. Make sure you check out her channel below. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have happy holidays this season, and I will see you in the next video.